Let's take you very quickly to the Johannesburg EMS. They are currently holding their briefing following that recovery of the 6-year-old boy who fell into a manhole more than 2 weeks ago.
That says to me, we have found the young Kaya here. The issue is our officers have been working for 20 days. The urban search and rescue have walked about 20 kilometers. They have worked for 20 kilometers searching for the child. And during that time, they covered about 30 manholes to this area. So today, they found the child and we've notified the family whereby they came and confirm that yes, it's Kali to Madlanga. So we are here today to say to the world and to the city and to everybody that this is the team that made it happen. We said we are not going to give up, and we never gave up because the family had to have a closure. So I'd like to introduce the acting chief of EMS who will be able to assist me in terms of answering the questions. And the incident commander who has been in charge will be assisting in answering about the technical issues. How did they went through until we found the child? Thank you.
Good evening. Can you please just introduce yourself and which media house you come from, and if you want to ask a question, then our acting chief would be able to take the questions.
Thank you so much. My name is Govin Whittles from ENCA. Could you just give some details, please, around exactly how this boy's body was found, and then why did it take 20 days?
Just your name, please, before you start. Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Norma Mjali. As I've been introduced, I'm the acting chief of City of Johannesburg Emergency Services. The body of the child was recovered today at around 12:23. It was recovered by our highly skilled urban search and rescue technicians who have been working with us from day one, from the 13th actually of June to date, to actually try and search for the missing boy. The reason it took so long, Kevin, you just asked why it took so long. The reason it took so long is because they had to actually go through the water pipes, meaning the sewer pipes, from where the child fell to where we are today. And also, one other thing that was actually a challenge is that when they got here at the Johannesburg wastewater treatment plant, they discovered that there were a lot of challenges. The water levels were at a very dangerous level, and they could not actually go in as technicians. They had to work with Joburg Water to try and actually take out the water so that it reaches levels where it was going to be safe for the technicians to go in. So for the last couple of days, they've been working tirelessly trying to reduce the water levels so that they could go in. So they went in a couple of times in different entrances and different manholes. But today they went in a very difficult manhole that they've been struggling to open for the last couple of days, and they were able to actually recover the body of a missing child.
Well, why were they struggling to open the manhole? And could you give us some details about the split chamber, what exactly that means?
Okay, I'll hand over to the incident commander, who has the details in terms of the technicality pertaining to this incident. Ma'am,
Okay, thank you. My name is Yolanda Msibi, and I was the incident command for this research, for this recovery. The reason why we couldn't go in, as the acting chief has explained, it was the level of the water and the flow of the water in the three mainly channels. Remember, this is the line that all the sewer from the south of Soweto goes in. So we were in the main line of that sewer water, meaning the flow and the levels of water was too high, and therefore we we waited for Joburg Water, which was more complex for Joburg Water as well, for us together with Joburg Water to pump out that water, and it's quite a huge channel. So we managed to pump out the water for these 3 channels. We managed to pump one yesterday, and we went in and the results there were negative. And today we were able to pump out on the other channel out of these 3 channels. And then the results were positive, and we found Khayelitsho Makahla.
Do we have any other questions, colleagues?
SABC News. The question I have is if, EMS Services has been in touch with the family or communicating with the family. On Monday, we were informed that they were unhappy with the fact that they were not informed or updated on the status of the search mission, and which led them to believe that EMS Services had abandoned it.
Yes, the EMS never abandoned the search and rescue. What they did is they downscaled because we're waiting for Joburg Water to deal with this issue so that the level of water must be reduced. But we never did abandon. I was there. Day before yesterday, I spoken to the family, and I reassured them, because they said they see it in the news that we have abandoned the search and rescue. We never did abandon the search and rescue.
MMC, the family was here a little earlier. We understand that they positively identified the body. You managed to interact with them when they were here. Could you just tell us a bit about that interaction and what it was like?
Yeah, the moment I arrived here, I sent one of my vehicles to go and fetch them at home, and then JMPD brought them here so that I went straight with them. When they identified the child, I was with them, and my team were there, including SAPS, who were dealing with the issues.
What was it like? What were their initial reactions?
Yeah, they cried because, they immediately identified the child, and because it was identifiable, and they started crying. So we were there, and we felt it's touching.
Okay, colleagues, can we give it to...
From Newsroom Africa. You say it took a while because of the processes that you had to go through. In any other given instance, do you think it would have taken this long still? And was there a water current that actually pushed him to come out so far?
In any given situation of this nature, you do find challenges. I will not say that our team were not met with challenges. They were met with challenges, but remember, MMC did say that they had to walk into the sewer pipes, 20 kilometers, counting from where the child fell to where we are today. So yes, the current was actually a bit problematic. If you may remember, in some days we had rains, huge rains, and those issues are some of the things that actually prevented them from going or shortening the search period. But as we've just indicated, that in this wastewater treatment plant, the situation there was actually very difficult, and the system itself is very technical, and there were some instances where the chamber doors would not open. Okay, and the water levels actually also prevented them from going in. So they were faced with a whole lot of challenges. But because we have a group of very highly skilled urban search and rescue team, they were able to actually show their talent, and they were able to go in day after day to search for the missing boy, up until we recovered the body today at 12:20.
Yes, one of the challenges, remember, in the afternoon or in the evening, the water will rise because people come back from work, and because the flow now becomes difficult for our urban search and rescue to go in, or our technician to go in and work on it. And we even had a problem because the community, when they closed those chambers, it affected, because the manholes that are in the township, the water used to come out. So those are the problems that we're facing. We have to satisfy the community. On the other hand, we have to ensure that we recover the child. And not only that, the there's methane gas inside. So if there's a methane gas and there's some bacteria, we have to make sure that our firefighters are safe when they go in there. So there were a lot of issues that were involved. Hence, we're using even the robotics that assisted us from the private company to deal with those issues. We even used the air wing from SABC. We used the K9 from SABC. So all those collaborated into the success of finding Kaya.
Just one more question from my side, MMC. What's the plan regarding closing these manholes so that we don't have another incident such as these?
Yeah, that's the competency of Joburg Water. With us, our job is to rescue. We are EMS. We are not in charge of the manholes, but as the city, Mr. San, who is the MMC of Joburg Water, will be able to give you the appropriate answer. That will happen.
Colleagues, we will end it now. For those
we
who...
can go ahead.
Okay.
Can go ahead. Maybe there's some others that they want to ask. Okay.
Okay, colleagues, we will end it there. Those who want a one-on-one interview with MMC and his management team are free to do so after this. We thank you for coming at short notice, and we promise that we will always be available for whenever you need to ask questions. Thank you.